very good.
Okay.
The most memorable meal I probably had was at this place called Kagaya, which is this little hole-in-the-wall restaurant right near Shimbashi Station. It is a little, like, 6-table place in this kind of basement of, like, every other style, like, sort of, like, commercial building around there. You have to get a reservation because there's not a lot of room. And it is run by this guy who... He's a lunatic, but I'm not sure if the lunacy is like performance art exclusively or if it's sort of tinged with an actual mania.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing I'm not certain about. So my girlfriend Sam found this place just by doing a brief search for what is weird in Japan.
Oh,
Which,
nice.
I mean, obviously that's a long list, but that was somewhere near the top.
That's tough to get up to the top there.
Yeah,
that URL has to be taken, right?
I guess so.
What is weird in Japan?
We can't record that legally. We need to not.
Like, say that out loud?
Yeah, we need to put like an adult warning on if we just do a search.
Yeah,
true. That's not.
So this guy and who I assume is his mother that run this place.
Okay.
It's like an older Japanese woman was just kind of sitting in the back, sort of like preparing some small plates and what have you. This guy who runs the place. So when we got in there was only one other table filled. No one else had shown up yet. Sit down. The guy hands us our menus. And instead of handing me the menu, he rolls it up. And he immediately sort of like gets up on me. You're gonna have to describe what I'm doing here.
Okay.
So he kind of gets up on me. It was just kind of like getting all in
Oh my God, Alex,
forehead to
and then when
forehead.
I started doing this.
There's the head stroking.
No, wait.
There's
Caressing
head
your
stroking.
face?
Yes, he started caressing my face.
That was close, Alex.
No better way to describe this. He straight up stabbed me in the crotch with the menu.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Intimate.
So
Very
he's
intimate.
like, I'm looking for tips.
I don't think that's... No, because there's no tipping actually there at all.
And then did one of the restaurant staff come over? Get out again! Get out of here! Stop coming in here!
In Japanese.
and
though,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
Once again, there is no staff. It's this guy and his mother, and that's pretty much it.
I can't believe he was touching your face like that.
Yeah, it was like right out of the gate too. So I kind of knew what I was in store for. Hand to the menu, and it's the menu is just 4 different options that are all varying degrees of how hungry are you. But each one is sort of like a declaration/poem that was obviously written by the proprietor, in which you explain in rather flowery language what you want from the master. And then he asks you to sing it to him, which I did.
Well, can you remember? any of it?
I really don't remember the exact
Okay.
words. It was kind of nonsense.
But it's written in English.
It was
for you.
basically saying, yes, dear master, I am this hungry. I have had long, hard day. Could you please, provide me nourishment, that kind of thing.
This is great.
Yeah,
Why aren't we there
so
now? That sounds good.
So I do this.
They should do this at Burger King.
A couple of other tables get filled up. One was like a bunch of otaku kids in the back. The other one's like 3 salarymen dudes and their either girlfriends or other coworkers.
And they're doing this too. They're doing the singing.
It's to varying degrees.
Okay.
He's targeting certain people to kind of harass more than others. Like I got it way more than my girlfriend did.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, he didn't just want to start touching your girlfriend's face, right?
Yeah. The other thing that he asks you to do at one point is when you're ordering the food, you have to ask for a country. And he has a list of 6 countries: USA, France, Italy, China, Japan, and Brazil. I think that's 6.
Right. All of the Street Fighter locations.
Pretty much. We chose China because my girlfriend's Chinese, and we're like, okay, whatever. So when he was bringing out, I think it was when he was bringing out the drinks, he put on a straight-up kung fu costume and did what I would almost describe as an impossible leap from the kitchen to our table.
With the drinks.
Not with the drinks, but like as part of the presentation of something.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, this is weird.
I haven't even gotten to the real weird shit yet.
Oh, boy.
During another segment... and by the way, before we even get to that, middle of the meal, like we had just gotten our first plates, a couple other places had gotten theirs. When he went to present the menus to another table, he immediately broke out into kabuki fan dance. Not totally irrespective of anything else going on. He just decided to do a little dance number in the middle of the meal.
Okay.
That sounds all right.
That's all right.
This is art.
Yeah.
It is. So this is the thing, is that I think this dude is secretly just like a really wacky performance artist, and this is his canvas.
Yeah.
So when someone had requested USA for their...
Really excited about this.
No, so this is not going in the direction you think it's going to go in.
Now I'm really worried.
He picked USA.
Oh,
he goes into the little back room, puts up like a little wall thing in front of the door, and then this frog puppet comes out.
What?
And the frog puppet starts talking about how he is from America, and I think his brother Dick. His brother Dick is from America.
This is in English.
He's doing this basically in English.
Okay.
And asking us, his brother Dick is here from America. Would you like to meet Deke? And this is how he's pronounced: is Deke. Mm-hmm. And
Obviously,
then he starts chanting for, bring Deke, Deke, Deke. And then on like the 8th one of those, he bursts through in a full frog costume and then begins dry humping various members of the patrons with the frog puppet as though it were his dick.
It's so weird. It's like sometimes stuff gets lost in translation, but like
nothing is lost here.
It's amazing how he was able to distill America down, like better than some of our best poets. Like,
I mean, that's more American than baseball.
I'm pretty much like. I'm crying.
It's
I'm
right there
weeping.
in the Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas
There's
Jefferson
a picture,
himself
there's a doodle in the corner of the
could
Constitution.
not have distilled America down in better terms than what this gentleman has done.
Or I assume people are laughing, right?
Yeah, there's definitely some uncomfortable laughter going on. I like when from the moment he stabbed me in the crotch with that menu, I kind of realized I'm just gonna have to go with this.
Yeah.
In any other country, he might have been arrested by now for someone for improper whatever. But for whatever case, he's able to get away with what he does here.
You didn't sign anything, to be clear.
How was the food?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't the best meal I had on the trip, but by no means the worst. It was a lot of, like, small plates kind of stuff, like almost like tapas, but not really.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I imagine him when he goes back to the kitchen. It's like the mom's back there cooking or something, right? He says just he and his mom.
The mom is unfazed by any of it. Like, she is a stoic woman. Like, she is an older Japanese lady, short hair. Like, she has, like, sort of, like, tinted glasses on, like, almost like sunglasses.
Nice.
Wearing, like, what almost looks like kind of like a jumpsuit kind of thing.
Oh, I picture her.
That's exactly how
and
I
she's
do
just
it.
sitting there the whole time he's doing all that, and, like, her facial expression doesn't move.
Unflappable.
She'll kind of look at him and then just kind of go back to whatever it was she was doing back there.
So
like,
the kitchen's in the open.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can kind of see back there.
I was imagining like saloon style doors. Like he walks back there, and the mom just looks at him, and
She's shaking her head.
and like he's just weeping. And he doesn't want to go back out.
Tears of the clown
and she just
situation.
and she just points.
Yeah.
And is like, get the fuck back out there. Do the penis thing.
Do the frog dick thing.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't want it. They picked USA. I don't want it. I don't want it. What'd they pick? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. What they picked USA. Throws the frog
Time for
costume.
Deke.
Yeah. Throws the get out there and do it.
That's weird, man.
Your brother would have wanted this.
It sounds cool though.
It's a neat little experience. I think as long as you know what you're kind of getting yourself into going in, it's fine. But I imagine a lot of people would be absolutely distressed by what was taking place there.
You know what my nightmare situation would be? If you went there and then somebody like Austin, you're like, also, it's his birthday.
No.
Somebody winds up dead, right? At that point.
Worst possible scenario there.
All right, so
More like Death Day.
The best part of all of that was that immediately prior to going there, we had gone to this bar called Bar High Five, which someone had recommended to me.
Good name.
And you go in there, and it is like the fanciest tiny bar you've ever been in your life. Like everyone's got like the shirt and tie with suspenders on. It has apparently won all these awards. That it's like one of the top 50 bars in the world. Really expensive but really good cocktails, really fancy. So we went in there for a drink right before going to this fucking just den of madness.
Yeah.
And we tried to explain to the bartenders we were leaving, like, oh, we have dinner reservations at this place called Kagai. And he's like, Kagai, I've never heard of this place. Where he's like, oh yeah, it's right down by Shimbashi Station. I'm like, I'll have to look into it. I was like, and he's gonna probably look into that and be like, what are these fucking people doing? What are they doing?
all right, so there's your food. What was the next category?
Bars.
Well, okay.